What a gorgeous day today is. We actually are having a little reprieve from the great heat we've been experiencing, so a very pleasant surprise. I believe that is a part of the collective situation as well. There's going to be a very pleasant but unexpected surprise come in that will prove very calming. At the basis of this reading, though, there is something that this collective has been aspiring for, something you've been working towards. And whatever this is, there's going to be a rare event that is in connection with this aspiration of yours. It's also going to prove to be very healing, not only for yourself, but I believe for others. But it does require some forgiveness. There is something that is going to have to be released before you can receive what is due to come in. And what is coming in, there's going to be a message about some wealth. And wealth does not mean just money. It means whatever your particular value system is. But there's going to be a message coming in about it. And this message is going to lead to a new start for you. So that's the basis of this reading. I do have some signs that I will share with you at the end. But if your sign is not listed, it is not to say that it is not your reading. It's simply a point that someone in the collective will resonate with to know that it is. Let's see, where to begin, collective. So I got these two cards together, Weeping Willow in reverse and Moon Changes in Your Life. I think there's going to be an event coming in that you don't see coming that is going to take many of you out of a situation that was very painful and very hurtful. I believe you've moved past it, but there will be changes that are coming in. And I think, did I have a second card about changes? Yes, there are two cards here. That anytime I get two or more cards, that tells me it's a very important message. We got the butterfly card about a change coming for the better, and then we got the moon card, changes in your life. So change is also a very significant part of this. There's a transformation taking place. I also have two cards about news. So the two cards about news, again, is an added verification from Spirit that a message is going to be very crucial. I also have two cards about good fortune, and the beetle in particular is a very nice card to get because it is so abundant. Let's see, where was the other one about that? There was something, oh, here it is, about wealth. So two cards about wealth. So again, anytime I get two or more cards, it's emphasized. So, but in order to receive this, something has to go. You have to make room for the newness that is wanting to come in. So we know that news is on the way. We know there's good fortune. There's change coming. You also pulled the card of happiness next to older woman. It says a dealings or relationship with an older woman. So that could be you, that could be someone else. You'll have to take it as it resonates. There is also going to be some kind of a collaboration with a man, a dark man, either dark complexion or hair, but some kind of a contract, a connection. It could be business, it could be love, it could be both. But it's involving a dark man so far and an older woman and a handshake. And again, by releasing what does not serve you, the happiness, the fortune, the change, all of that is due to come in. But there is hard work ahead. But you are on the right path and you're going to be guided. This is a second confirmation. Sagittarius is one of the signs I got, but this feels also more like Sagittarian energy right here, like an Eight of Wands. So Sag is involved in it somewhere. Again, maybe not for everyone, but for some it will be. So take it as it resonates. Here's the other card about happiness. There's also going to be a change of residence, a new home, a clean sweep, a new start. And there's some kind of clarity that you got. There's something by you looking at things from a higher perspective that gave you some insight, very keen insight. And I believe that insight came this last July. But again, this won't resonate for everyone, but for some, July was highly significant. As far as letters, now these could be the first, middle, these could be the first letters of your first, middle, or last names. So take it as it resonates. Again, if your leather does not come up or the person you're dealing with, their leathers do not come up, it's not to say it's not your reading. Again, it's just clarification for someone else in the collective. Now, I did see some words kind of jumped out at me when I had the leathers. There's someone's going to find out they're pregnant because they're going to be going to see an OBGYN. And there is fun ahead as well. That was another word that just stood out, F-U-N. There is going to be an X, unfortunately, for some that will be making a return during this Mercury retrograde, and that's also not uncommon to have people from your past come back during this time. I just got confirmation from my phone. Something big is also going to happen. This is another word that just jumped out at me. Someone here is also a CPA. Something is starting to wane at this time, because we had waning moon here, and then we had the word wane. And so it's time to let something go. It's pretty much on its way, it feels like, but it's getting there. But you really need to, again, make that clean break, put things aside that are not for your highest good and the highest good of all, and move forward in a positive fashion. And if you do, that's when that wealth is here. That's when that new start is ready to jump into it. So again, there are other initials like W, J, and K. 4, something about Roman numerals, something about 4 also is important. So that's what I have from that. So now let me share more with you. I asked Spirit to share with me what signs are involved. Now remember, when I say signs, speaking of zodiac signs, sometimes it's not just your sun. It can be a significant placement, like your rising sign, your moon sign, your Venus sign. There are a lot of prominent positions. So again, for some in the collective, these are the energies that are a part of this situation. I also pulled a card about Mercury retrograde, which we were in right now. So this gives me further confirmation that this is, I believe, more of a current situation for the vast majority of those in the collective. And these two cards came out together, side by side, so that is also significant. A lunar eclipse about change, that's the third card about change, and then the 9th house about faith. So 43 may be a significant number for some, or 7, and 33 or 6. But there's going to be, it's going to require you to have faith. Whatever this change is, it's going to require you to have faith. Now, the other cards that I received are Jupiter, number 7, abundance. And because of the nature of this card, this tells me that this abundance is going to come in like a storm almost. Totally unexpected, but so abundant. There's so much of it. It's so powerful. Again, I did mention that I had seen the Sagittarius card. That's a number 21 or a 3. Might resonate with some. Also, Aries is another sign that I pulled, which is 13 or 4. Back to the 4 again, that's a significant number. You may be seeing 444, 1144, 144. I also have a card about Mars force, number 5. So again, talking about change. And this feels very forceful. Even though it's something abundant, it's something that is going to bring about a great deal of change. Leo is also another card. That's all 3 fire signs, so very, very, very heavy in the fire signs, number 17 or 8. 8 talks about abundance and dharma and karma. Uranus, genius. That is a number 9. There is an ending to some things, but I think this ending is going to come with a bang. And I don't mean necessarily a literal bang, but just something out of the blue, totally, totally unexpected, because that is the energy of the planet of Uranus. Didn't see it coming, and bam. Last sign I got is a sign of Scorpio. That is a number 20, a 20 or a 2. So there is going to be transformation as well. When I asked for clarification on the people involved in the situation, again, it won't resonate with everyone, but here's what I got. Someone is very confident in this situation. Because this person has a microphone, it might be someone who speaks for a living, sings for a living, something to do with their mouth or their communication. Libra is also here, so it either can be a sign, a prominent placement, or it can just be talking about justice coming into a situation. Someone in this situation has blue eyes. They are also a hothead with a short fuse, a temper. someone who's very sensitive as well. It doesn't take a lot to set them off. And again, this can be you or them, but I did ask for the players involved in this situation for clarification. Someone is a homebody, like they like to spend a lot of time at home. Scorpio came out twice, so Scorpio is highly emphasized. Again, or it could be just someone who is very secretive, not someone who's very demonstrative, but yet very deep. Someone has musical abilities in this situation, or they can enjoy music. Now, the other thing about the ages, I have 3 different ages. I have someone in the collective is a 90s baby. Someone is a 70s baby. And then I also got baby boomer. Now, baby boomer, I believe, is this older woman. So, again, not for everybody, but for some in the collective, that would be a sign for you if you fall into the rest of these cards and they seem to resonate with where you are and you're an older woman and a baby boomer. Again, further clarification, Sagittarius is heavy again because I got a second card about Sagittarius. And it may be a busty Sagittarius because this came out with it. So, not for everyone, but that is what I've got, guys. So, wow. All I can say is wow. For whoever this is resonating with, this is a lot of energy. There's going to be big change. Take the right steps. Consult with your spirit guides, as always, for further advancement, because you want to stay on the path where this abundance, this great abundance comes in. And again, for many of you, I think this is going to be the time frame, during this Mercury retrograde. So just be aware, listen to spirit, keep spreading good seeds, and everything will turn out in the very best way. Guys, I send you all love and hope and healing, and I say shine bright and be kind, my friends. God bless you guys.